Hello friends, in this video I will tell about compressor section. I have also made a video on air inlet duct of gas turbine engine. So if you want to know about air inlet duct of gas turbine engine, then you can watch it by click on the link mentioned in the description. Compressor section. A gas turbine engine takes in a quantity of air, add energy to it and then discharge the air to produce thrust. Accordingly, the more air forced into an engine, the more thrust the engine can produce. The component forcing air into an engine is the compressor. To be effective, the compressor must increase intake air pressure 20 to 30 times above ambient and move the air at a velocity of 400 to 500 feet per second. One way to measure a compressor effectiveness is by comparing the static pressure of the compressor discharge and the static air pressure at the inlet. If the discharge air pressure is 30 times greater than the inlet air pressure, the compressor pressure ratio is 30:1. Primary function. The primary function of the compressor section is to supply air in sufficient quantity to satisfy the requirements of the combustion burner. Secondary function. To supply bleed air for various purposes in the engine and aircraft such as pressurization, air conditioning, engine starting, etc. The exact location of the bleed port is of course dependent on the pressure or temperature required for a particular job. The two basic types of compressors currently in use are the centrifugal flow compressor and the axial flow compressor. Each is named according to the direction that the air flow through the compressor. Centrifugal flow compressor. The centrifugal flow compressor, sometimes called a radial odd flow compressor, centrifugal flow compressor consists of an impeller, a diffuser, and a manifold. The impeller or rotor consists of a force disc with internal blade coupled to a common power shaft by spline. The impeller draw in air and accelerate it outward by centrifugal force. Now have a look on the figure. Here is impeller, diffuser and compressor manifold. In impeller, air is drawn into the center of the rotating impeller with radial blade which push the intake air away from the center by centrifugal force. This radial movement of the air result increase in pressure and generation of kinetic energy. Thus, these high pressure air move from impeller to the diffuser. In the diffuser, there is a further increase in the air pressure and this high air pressure is moved from diffuser to the compressor manifold. From compressor manifold, this high air pressure is delivered to the combustion chamber. Centrifugal compressor can have one or two impeller. Compressor having only one impeller are referred to as single stage compressor. Those with two impellers are referred to as double stage compressor. More than two compressor stages is impractical because the benefit gained by additional stages are neglected by energy losses when the air flows slow between impellers. Furthermore, the added weight of each impeller require more energy from an engine to drive the compressor. When two impellers are mounted back to back, a double-sided or double-entry impeller is created. A single-stage double-sided impeller permit a higher mass airflow than single-stage single-sided impeller. Therefore, engine with double-sided impeller typically have a smaller overall diameter. Now have a look on this figure. Figure 1 is two-stage impeller and figure 2 is single-stage double-sided impeller. A drawback of the double-sided impeller is that the ducting necessary to move intake air to both sides of the impeller is complex. Ducting for double-entry compressor engine employ a plenum chamber. This chamber is necessary for a double-entry compressor because the air must enter the engine at almost perpendicular to the engine axis. Therefore, in order to give a positive flow, the air must surround the engine compressor. After the air moves through the impeller, it is expelled into a divergent duct called a diffuser. In the diffuser section, the air becomes dispersed, its velocity is decreased, and its pressure is increased. The compressor manifold distributes the air in a smooth flow to the combustion section. The manifold has an outlet port for each combustion chamber and the air is evenly divided. A compressor outlet elbow is bolted to each outlet port. Each elbow functions as an air duct and these units are often referred to as outlet duct, outlet elbows or combustion chamber inlet duct. The duct changes the direction of the airflow from radial to axial. To improve efficiency, turning vanes or cascade vanes are sometimes fitted inside the elbow. These vanes reduce air pressure losses by providing a smooth turning surface. Now have a look of this figure. This is a manifold elbow or combustion chamber inlet duct in which turning vanes are there. These turning vanes provide a smooth surface so that it can improve efficiency. Advantages of centrifugal flow compressor: high pressure rise per stage, efficiency over wide rotational speed range, simplicity to manufacture and low cost, low weight, low starting power requirements. Disadvantages of centrifugal flow compressor: larger frontal area for a given airflow, losses in turns between stages. Thank you for watching.